And we are underway as the Legion win the face-off forward. It comes all the way back, though. That's going to get picked up by Colton Marshall for the Legion. Sent ahead. Making moves is Josh Monreal. Tries to center, didn't get through. And now that's going to get picked up by Cameron Williams. Gets it over to Scoog for the Heroes. Williams gaining the zone. Drops it back just out of the reach of Scoog. However, stepping in was Fuentes. Couldn't get the handle on it, though. It ends up in the corner where Fuentes is going to pick it up. And then taken away by Campbell for the Legion. And that is sent ahead. Colton Marshall sends it even further ahead for Monreal. And chase it down in the far corner. Puts it in the slot. Hagel now. Backhand attempt goes through the crease. Ends up over along the near board. Centering pass back to Hagel. Trying to get a handle on it. Allows defenseman to step in the way. Couldn't get a shot off. And now kept up for Colton Marshall. Rimmed around the net, behind the net. Looking for a little wraparound attempt. Oh my goodness, it's loose. And Jared Voiles just able to get the pad on it to get that whistle from the referee. My, what a game. What we got? We got laughy faces from Crash Gordon, 75. Thank you, Crash. I've been told I say funny things from time to time. As right off the face-off, the Legion win it over to Brandon Fisher. His shot goes, deflects, I believe, up and out of play. So that's another whistle. Another face-off. Face-off taken by Tam Vo for the Legion and Scoog for the Heroes. Back to Fisher. This time, Heroes knew it was coming. Fisher chases along the boards, tries to get it back to Vo. Now Fisher with it again. Walking forward, back over to Vo. Vo with a wrister. I think Voiles got a stop on that. Ends up over in the corner. Fisher wrists one down into the crease. Comes along the board where Scoog's going to pick it up. Fisher tries to pressure. And knocked out of the zone by a sliding Scoog. Never thought I'd say those words either, but I did. Scoog's got it down in the corner now. He is pressured by David Fandrick. And then centered, oh my goodness. Right into the slot. Was awaiting Donovan Toussaint, couldn't get the shot. And now here comes Fisher for the Legion, walking it in, passing it over. And unfortunately, Joseph Dunn couldn't get the shot. And centering was Fisher again for Vo. He couldn't get the shot off either. Sent across. Looking for it was Max Egan, angry Max Egan as we call him. And he just couldn't corral it to get the shot either. And now almost batted down by Ruben Fuentes or Alfonso Balliet. I don't know, they're both number 4 on the sheet, and we got a goal. Was that angry Max Egan? He's acting like it was. Angry. We're gonna find out. Rare smile on Angry Max. $14 with the assist. And who got the goal? 1-0. Oh, okay, nice. All right, Joseph Dunn with the goal, and Angry Max Egan, number 14, with the assist. Okay, there we go. All right, good job, Angry Max. As the Legion strike first, let's get that up on the scoreboard, eh? Now here comes Cameron Williams, and it just goes over into the corner. That's going to get picked up by Dylan Northheim for the Legion. Sent across. Now here comes Sadler. Stood up. Does gain the zone, though. And it's pinched. And over. Dumped in by Legion. Up. And no whistle. Didn't hit the ceiling. And sent back around. Ooh, centering pass attempted. Fanned on it. Then a little wrister. Good stop by Voiles. And over into the corner. Legion come up with it, though. Making moves. Trying to find a shooting lane. Does not find one. Trying to make some space. Not able to really do so. And then fanning on it. I believe that's Dylan Northheim. As he gets caught up in all the feats and comes up to Scoog. He's waiting for it. He chips it around. Zach Schaefer. Oh, that's the number I got. So Zach Schaefer it is, folks. Anyway, it comes up. Legion sent it down. No icing, they say. Just under 6 minutes left in our first period. Lobbed ahead for Skoog, for T-Town. Schaefer. It's back in. Skoog with it again. We'll chip it off the boards, dump it. Legion back to get it. For Cambry. Chips it up the board. Now here comes Hagel. Making the speed. Sending it down. Picked up by Monreal. He tries to backhand it into the crease. Glove slammed down by Voiles. Gets that stoppage, gets that whistle, gets that breath. And maybe a sip of water. Ooh, do I have time for a sip of water? Oh. Slow down, ref. Hold on. Hooray. Sips of water for everyone. Thanks, Oprah. That was funny because that's her thing. Skoog wins the face-off. It lobs up. Oh, we got a rolling ball coming towards us, but it changed direction. So Skoog and Alex Gray, he gets around her, walks it in, takes a shot. I'm pretty sure Fred Solomon got a piece of that one, preventing Skoog getting the goal. And now Hagel again, putting on some jets, getting around some T-Town heroes. Gets it down into the corner, picked up, sends it around. And right on the doorstep was Tam Vo. And that is number 2 for the Legion. Let's get the numbers. 8 from 85, they say. So that's Tam Vo with the goal. Number 8. Assisted by McLean Hagel, number 85. And your score is now 2-0 with 4:46 left in the first period. As the beat is dropping on our sound system. As Simon for the Legion now had it for a minute and is sent down. Hagel's going to pick it back up in the near corner. Tries to center, goes through all the feet, finds the stick. Josh Monreal back over to Hagel now. He drops it back for Garay, and that's deflected up into the ceiling. That's a stop. You guys doing all right out there? How you guys doing? Who you rooting for? What are we doing here? I know you're watching. Well, why are you watching? Can't be because of my fantastic voice, can it? No, for these fine gentlemen playing hockey out here. Fine gentlemen and ladies. Fine human beings out here on this rink. Playing hockey. Ball hockey. Right? So who? Come on, let's get some cheering. I want some chants. Let's go Heroes, let's go Legion. Let's go Heroes, let's go Legion. Look, all right, I'm one dude. I'm standing on a ladder. I'm filming. I've been here for 4 hours already. I just need something. No, I'm having a good time. I really am. I really am. But you guys just make it better. As there's battling along the boards, a nice little centering pass attempt from Cameron Williams. Fortunately, did not find anybody, but eventually Brandon Fisher. And now Skoog intercepting the pass, pulling it back out for the Heroes. Gains the zone. Fisher steps into him, takes it away. Skoog preventing the pass to get it back, and then loses it, and now here comes angry Max Egan. Off the stick of Fisher, walks it in, wrist one goes wide of the net. That wasn't Max Egan, that was Joseph Dunn. Max, where are you? Why are you confusing me like that? Sorry, Joseph. My bad, dude. Who's got numbers here? What's going on? Max Egan's 14. All right, so if you see me say that again, somebody just yell at me. That's all I got. Just yell at me. Barb Parker saying, would like to see Heroes win at least one game. Yep, you're not alone in that one. There's at least 7 people on the Heroes bench that would like the same thing, or on the Heroes team that would like the same thing. I would like anybody to win. Skoo's got it now, though. And he takes a wrister, and that is gobbled up by Hashem. No, Solomon. Sorry. Three minutes and 5 seconds left in our first period. Oh, so what I was saying is I just want people to have a good time, man. I just want to go out there, play your best, have some fun, win or lose. Either way, you're progressing, right? As comes up off the boards, there's Sadler for the Legion. Walks it in, takes a slapper, a little bit of a slapper, goes wide, ends up behind the net. Legion send it ahead. Sadler gets to it, and by Legion I meant Heroes. But Sadler for the Legion gets to it. And then Dylan Northheim with it now sends it up to the point. Wrist shot taken. That was Mangry Max Egan. And that lands in front of Boyle, and that's buried. I do believe that was Tam Vo again. I could be wrong. We'll find out. The ref's going to tell us. We're going to listen. Eight from 14 and 21. That's Tam Vo with the goal, folks. Max Egan with the assist, and the secondary assist was actually number 19, Dylan Northheim. Correction made that I almost didn't hear because I was talking again. That's number 3 for the Legion. And the Heroes still looking to get their first point of the day. Unfortunately, they do have the curse of the short bench right now, and here comes Scoob walking in. Oh, and he's denied twice by Solomon for the Legion. Couple of good looks, just couldn't get it through the 5-hole. He was trying. And Heroes pass it across. That's going to get picked up by Brendan Paul. Sitting down. Brendan gets to it and lobs it up, hits his teammate in the head, and it bounces out. And Legion send it ahead for Hagel. And stood up at the blue line by Dakota Goodwin. Now Hagel bringing it back in, sending it across all alone. It's Josh Monreal, and he just got an unreal goal, number 4 for the Legion. With 1:30 left in period number 1. Still the first period? My goodness. All right. So 48, Josh Monreal with the goal, assisted by McLean Hagel, number 85. That is number 4 for the Legion. As the Heroes take it off the faceoff, Fisher for the Legion trying to collect it on the boards. Eventually does. Pass it over for Vo. Vo throws one down. That's cleared out, batted ahead by the Heroes. And now Scoo's going to pick it up off the board. Gaining the zone, sending it across. Looking for number 4. One of 2 people possibly on my roster sheet. And then it's eventually sent back out to Fisher. Goes right through him. So that's going to get picked up by Solomon. Oh! For the T-10. Scoo's going to pick it back up for the T-10. He'll walk it in, make a move, chip it ahead. Walking in and takes another whack at it still. As Scoob does bury it off the rebound. I'm thinking that's unassisted. I could be wrong. 26 with the assist, they say. Well, number 26 is Solomon O. And the Heroes get a goal, their first goal of the day, with 36 seconds left in our first period. Scoog happy about that one, as you saw with his little celly there. And a false draw on that one. I'm pretty sure, so Scoog ran in, he took a shot, he did not beat Solomon. However, the rebound came out, squirted through. I think one of the Legion teammates hit it, and then Scoog was there to bury it. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Now Joseph Dunn with it for the Legion, making moves, sends it over, and a slapper by Saman beats Voiles, and just like that, the Legion answer back with 14 seconds left.
57 from 10.
57 from 10, they say. So 57 is Achilles Saman, assisted by number 10, Joseph Dunn. As it's cleared all the way down. Well, if you can't tell, the second period has begun now, as John Sadler brings it in for the Legion. And then it's not immediately, but it is eventually taken away by Logan O. Osterling? Yes. But I don't think that's actually him. I think that's Cameron Williams. As we got a little bit of a spill. Campbell falling down. Comes up with the ball, though. Centers it off the stick of Heroes number 4. Then batted down, or batted out away by the Legion. Dylan Northeim now. He's got it. Over to the corner, sends it up for Salzburg. Salzburg drops it back from Marshall. And Marshall tries to throw it, and it ends up in the feet of Scoog. And now number 4, Mystery 4, gets it over to Scoog, but comes off his stick, and now the Legion's going to pick it up. Gaining back the zone. Wriston one on net. Voiles with an easy stop. Sends it ahead. Out of the zone. Campbell picks it up for the Legion. Brings it in. And a great centering pass to Dylan Northeim. Unfortunately, the ball just went right through him. He couldn't get the shot. Now it comes out for Scoog. He's got the Heroes' one and only goal of the day. You know, he wants more, but he's also a team player, so he's going to feed it back so somebody else gets some glory. As it comes out off the stick of Mitch Salzburg and then taken away by the Legion. Here they come, walking in. And I think he just kind of shoveled it, but Voiles just gobbled it and held on to it. And then, you know, got that whistle. And that came off the stick of Mitch Salzburg, by the way. I mean, you shovel something, somebody gobbles it. Yeah. I mean, you're taught that as a baby, right? Mom's always shoveling baby food in your face. You're gobbling it up. Sometimes you spit it back out. Sometimes you slam your fist down and baby food goes everywhere. Taught this at a young age. It's instinctual after a while. As off the face-off, it flies all the way over into the near boards. Oh, and a deflection right at in the slot. Good heads-up play by Voiles. Prevented that from going in. Dived out. Got the glove. Got the whistle. As Skoog wins the face-off forward, way forward, goes out of the zone. Everybody comes out. Now Skoog looking to capitalize. Backhand attempt. That went up and over to the corner. Having equipment issues here, folks. I apologize. As a shot attempt by Skoog behind the net. And another shot attempt. Doesn't make it to the net from Brendan Paul. But then the Legion do clear it out. Now here's Hagel walking it in, taking a shot. Goes around the net, comes up along the boards. I see I got some chats. I'll read them as soon as I can, folks. Hold on to your hats. I'm not ignoring you. And that is batted down. They're saying that's not a high stick as Hagel gets it. And then he risks one, and Boyles just gobbles that thing and gets another stop. Bar Parker, I'd like to see you win one game. Okay, I didn't get chats. I thought I did. All right, that's fine. I see. That's cool. Don't say nothing, don't say nothing. Better to be thought the fool than to open your fingers and remove all doubt. That's weird. Anyway, I'm the one removing all doubt of the foolness here. That's my job. That's what they pay me for. A little fact. As off the face-off, we get a slapper. That was off the stick of Zach Schaefer. That did not find the back of the net. As now Fisher with it. Sends it back across to Schaefer. Schaefer with another slapper. That goes over the top of the net, but right up there, looking for the rebound, or off the backboards was Fisher. He had a good attempt, but it did not beat Boyles. Yeah, so they pay me money to come do this. They don't pay me to film these games. They just pay me to stand up here and make myself look stupid. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I literally do that for free on a daily basis. And you guys are gonna pay me for that? Hey, all right. It's amazing. It's amazing. Sweet cushy gig, my friends. I just have to stand on a ladder for as long as it takes to not feel my legs. That's fine. That's fine. As T-Town now bringing it in, however, putting on all the Jets was the Legion. To prevent T-Town from getting a scoring chance. That was Zach Schaefer, by the way, on the Legion. Excuse me. Schaefer throws it right up against the boards right in front of me. I felt that as it hit the boards that my ladder is leaning against, traveled all the way up and gave me a little tingle in my feet. I appreciate that because my feet are getting sleepy. Tingle in the feet. Barbara Parker says, smarty, but witty. Well, my mom says I'm cool. That was a Simpsons reference for those of you that don't know. If you didn't know, well, now you do. And that was a good episode and a good quote. And it was funny. But it doesn't matter. Because Joseph Dunn gets it over to Brandon Fisher. And a nice little shot attempt from Mitch Salzberg, but a better even save attempt by Jared Boyles as it ends up in his gloves, and he hangs on and gets that whistle. 5:52 left in period number 2. Score is 5-1. Now, wouldn't that be weird if there was 5:52 left? Your score was 5-2 in the second period? Yeah. See, my brain thinks of things like that. And then my mouth says them. It shouldn't, but it does. And people form opinions that aren't necessarily true, but sometimes could be. And that's fine. That's the tragedy of my life. How's yours? As right there on the doorstep. Legion looking to bury it. Boyle said no, he had other plans. Got his stick down. And we got a timeout for the Heroes. So we'll take a little look at this red line here. And that little blue dot in that red line. Make sure it's clean. No thumbtacks or anything. Earlier I was cleaning my lens on all my cameras, and the cloth that I was using to clean excuse me. It's a paper cloth made specifically for cleaning lenses. As I was done, the cloth just slipped out of my hand, kind of like the feather from Forrest Gump at the beginning. And I just slowly floated down and landed right on the rink. And I was like, man, I got two options. I can either A, leave it, or B, go down and get it. Now, I'm a good person, so I went down and got it. But if I hadn't done that, if somebody would have stepped on that little piece of paper cloth, it would have been like stepping on a hockey stick, which is rule number one you don't want to do. You don't want to step on a hockey stick, folks. You will eat the ground faster than you ever have before. That is the quickest way to meet the ground, stepping on a hockey stick. It would have been similar. Probably not as quick, but similar. But I just want to let you guys know that I didn't leave it there for someone to do that. But I did have to climb down off my perch, go pick it up, climb back up. It's a lot of work, man. You know? Feel free to say "shut up, Chris" in the chat. That's okay. I prefer that because I know where we stand. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't, but I'll tone it down. I think the refs are being a little lenient on the timeout here for the Heroes, as they do only have 6 players. They're pretty tired. I've been there. I played it 2 seasons with a 5-player team a few years ago. Those were some fun games, but they were also the worst games I've ever played in my life. Oh my goodness. It's brutal. It's brutal. Standing up here on a ladder looking down at people, it doesn't seem that brutal, but I've lived it. It's brutal. It's rough. It don't take long, 15 seconds maybe, and you're winded, you're gassed, just because of how hard you're out there working. With that, no reprieve, no teammates. It happens. Unfortunate, but it happens. Life happens. No one out here on the rink is getting paid to be here, so sometimes it's not the priority. As the Legion now come up with it. We got 5 minutes and 22 seconds left in our second period. It comes over to Tamvo. He centers it, goes through all the feet and sticks, ends up in the corner. Northheim picks it up, sends it behind the net for Vo. Vo centers up, but it goes through everybody. Garay keeps it in for just a moment, and now here we have a bit of a breakaway from Cameron Williams, and he takes a shot, and he gets number 2 for the Heroes as he beats Fred Solomon. All right, Heroes happy about that one, as they should be. 87 unassisted, they said. That's Cameron Williams, folks. Heroes got 2. 5-2 is your score. We got 5 minutes left in the second period. We are halfway through this game. That's plenty of time for the Heroes to come back and tell the Legion, hey, thanks for coming. See you later. Thanks for the W. And do that weird George W. Bush laugh. You know that one? We get the whole team to do that laugh. That would be awesome. It'd be weird. It'd be awesome. It's Campbell now. Loses the ball. And wrist attempt. Goes off the side of the net from Cameron Williams. Hagel now gets it for the Legion. Sends it up and over to Monreal. He makes some moves, walks around, takes a shot. I think Voil's got a piece of that, or all of it. Either way, it ended up in the far boards. Now sent back over to Hagel. Off the boards. Making moves. And unfortunately loses the handle. And Solomon now sends it up. Doesn't get it past Colton Marshall, and that's whistled. Did it touch a glove in the bench or did it hit somebody? I was looking down. I missed it. But based on how Solomon O's hunched over, he might have taken the ball in an unfriendly place. That wasn't a one-way ticket to Yambag City, was it? I don't know. I don't have a replay ability, so I can't find out. As Hagel comes up with it. Off the face-off. Batted off his stick over to the boards. Hagel battles for it, gets it. Walks it in. Takes it behind the net. Centers. Poked off the stick. Mitch Salzberg comes back over to Hagel. Hagel sends it down low. Picked up by somebody in the Legion. I don't know who that is. I can't see their numbers. And his pass attempt goes right to Skoog, and he'll take it. And he'll run right in front of us, show us how it's done. He chips it off the boards, not far enough, but that's going to get picked up by Colton Marshall. Over to Campbell for the Legion. Chipped ahead. Finds Mitch Salzberg. Sends it down. Salzberg with it again. Walking in, takes a shot. It's a T-Town hero. Comes behind the net. Josh Monreal walks it in, takes a backhand attempt, centering all up in the crease. It's loose. It's scrambling, is Boyles. He finds it, corrals it, controls it, gets that whistle. 3 minutes, 11 seconds left. 5-2 is your score. A chorus of George W. Bush laughs. That would be funny. I think I might try to make that. I do video work, as you guys can see. I also do audio work, so I can play around with things like that. I just got to be bored enough to do it, that's all. Or entertained enough. I'm sorry. As that ends up out of play, we're going to stop it. Who was put to the Jets. Angry Max Egan says, hey, you know what? I'm not angry. Vo with it. Not Vo with it. Vo in the face-off against Skoog. Excuse me. It's getting that point, folks, already. As they're going to battle in the front. It hit the gloves. That's a stoppage. Now we'll bring it over to center. Center? Yeah. Three minutes exactly left in period number 2. Skoog slaps that ball forward, and Angry Max back to get it off the boards. He's got a little bit of time, short a bit of space. Comes down, off the stick of Dunn. No icing. And now here comes the heroes. That's Williams. He's got a goal today. And he loses it. Now here comes Fisher. He's looking for a goal today. Makes moves, walks around, takes a shot. Boyles gobbles. Gets that stop. Boyles says, no goal for you, sir. Keep fishing. That's right. That's right. Is it me, or is it just a really long second period? It feels like a really long second period. No, I don't know. Could be wrong. As the Legion win the face-off, Angry Max with a shot, backhand attempt. And a couple of shovels later, I think Sadler buried it. And gives the Legion number 6. We'll get the official call on that in just a second. I could be wrong. I usually am.
91 for 39.
91 from 39 to say. So that is John Sadler, number 91, assisted by Mitch Salzberg, number 39. They're about to drop the ball, and I got the camera pointing in the wrong direction. Sorry, folks. I got back in time like I usually do. We got a false draw anyway, so it didn't matter. Rush for nothing. It's kind of what happens, too. So, story of my life. Can't even escape it when I'm standing on a ladder filming a hockey game. My goodness. As the Legion win the face-off, we got a shot to the butt. A shot blocked by a butt. A pass blocked by a butt. Doesn't matter, man. Because the Legion bring it back in, and Dylan Northeim with a shot ends up behind the net. Sadler had it for a minute. Will he get it back? That's up to the person with the ball. They say no. I'm going to walk it forward, take a risk there. It goes wide. Sadler's going to chase it down. Get it in the corner, though. And then he'll repass it. That's right, to Mitch Salzberg. Finds some space. Wrist one. Wide of the net again. Heroes pick it up, lob it up into the ceiling. That's an immediate stoppage. See, that's why it's been a long second period. Keep throwing it up into the ceiling, or into the benches, or into people's gloves, or into people's yam bags. I'm assuming happened during. Yam bags off limits, folks. Legion standing up Skoog on the faceoff. Comes up to the blue line. Slapper attempt. That's up and out of play. And another stoppage. Minute and 28 seconds left. Shave 4 off of that one. It's not that I want the game to end. Not at all. But I would like to get something to drink because I'm thirsty. And I've been talking a lot. I could just stop talking. And, do it that way. Maybe I should. Maybe if I wasn't talking so much, you guys would talk more. Is that how that works? Is that how I get you in the chat? As the Legion with it now. Standing up Skoog. The blue line. Hagel's got it now. Walking in, gains his own. Poked off his stick. And Monreal got it back. Lobbed one. Went wide of the net. Over in the far boards, it gets picked up by Tambo. Sent on to the net, in the crease. Boyle slammed that glove down. Got another stoppage. We got another minute and 4 seconds left of period number 1. And by number 1, I mean number 2. There's only one time when confusing those two numbers could be extremely bad. And this was not one of those times. So calm down. It's okay. Okay, simple mistake. And backhand attempt from Monreal goes wide. Hagel's going to get it on the far boards. He's going to hold it. He's got a little bit of space. Now he risks one. Centering pass attempt. Boyle's slamming glove down again. Getting that whistle. 45 seconds left. Period number 2. It's almost like torture because, the closer we get to the end of the period, the more thirsty I am because I know that as soon as that period ends, I can get something to drink. I have to climb down off my ladder to get the drink. That's the problem, if you haven't figured that out. So I'm anticipating it more and more. And right off the face-off, he rolls to Dunn. His shot, little wrist attempt, went wide. And now Skoog with it, walking up. Can't get around Garay, though. And off his stick, it comes to Joseph Dunn. He'll bring it back in for the Legion, putting on some jets. Walking in, centering to no one in particular. And then the Heroes just bat it out. We got 20 seconds left. We got 20 seconds. My mouth's drying up, folks. What a weird thing to say. That's the Heroes. Ice it with 11.78 seconds left. We bring the face-off all the way back down here. If you're just joining us, like I said earlier that my job is pretty much solely to come up here and entertain myself. You guys being entertained by it, that's a byproduct that I'm so happy about. But if it was solely about entertaining you, well, then I'd be trying too hard. It wouldn't be funny at all, and I'd just hate myself. That would end badly for everybody. So number 1 is to entertain myself, and I'm doing quite well, if I do say so myself. I hope you're enjoying it as well. A shot off the face-off did not get through, and it comes all the way down. That'll be another icing with 4 seconds left. Well, 3.62 seconds left now. Do another face-off all the way down here. Oh, so thirsty. But see, now also in the pursuit of entertaining myself, I can also annoy myself. And at the same time, annoy you fine people as well. And for that, I do apologize. There's only so much that you can take of a person until you're just like, ugh, I need a break. I imagine that happens a lot. with this commentary, and that's okay. That's okay. We can take breaks from each other. It's fine. However, I will just note it's our last weekend. It's our last weekend for the year. So hang out, be annoyed, enjoy it. It's good for you. I think. I hope. I don't know. Off the face-off, off of Fisher's stick, it goes wide. It's funny. And the third period has begun as the Legion win it back. And get it over to Hagel. And he'll send it up the boards. And the Legion will gain the zone with it. Angry Max Egan. And stood up. Now here comes Skoog. That's Hunter Skoog, by the way. There are two Skoogs. Only one of them's here today. Skoog looking to center, nobody there, but Hagel for the Legion. He sends it ahead, and is that Saman, I think? I believe that's Saman. For the Legion. Had it for a moment. Now the Legion had to touch up. They were offsides. As the Heroes send it back out of the zone. Hagel wrists one. Ball down from Mara. Throws one off the side of the net. Saman will get it in the corner. And he sends it up to a waiting Hunter Skoog. Touches his stick. He puts on jets. Hagel, though, does well to stay with him, preventing him from getting a shot off. And he'll wrist one. That good block by Hagel. Skoog back to get it. His pass read well. And then sent across to Max Egan. And he'll lob one. Blocker saved by Boyles. And then sent up the boards. Ref jumping out of the way. Sent back to the point by Vo, setting it back down low. Because it rhymes. Number 4 doing a good job with that stick lifting. And then sent around. Not far enough as Northeim gets to it. And now coming all the way back up, Skoog will get it. He'll take it out of the zone. Gain the Legion zone. Walk it in. They stay with him. Take it away from him. Now here's Vo sending it ahead to Sadler. Sadler getting it right into the slot. Marshall had it for a minute. A couple of good looks. And then we got a butt shot, it looked like, off number 4. It could have been Cass. Anyway, the point of the story is the shot was blocked. Shot attempt was blocked by the Heroes. Legion still maintained possession, though. Sent around the boards into the corner, picked up by Sadler. Sadler's gonna protect it well. Walk out, bottom of the circle. He throws one on net. Boyles didn't know where it was. It just laid there in front of his leg. Nobody knew where it was, and eventually the whistle blew at precisely 7 minutes remaining in our third period. Goodness. I hope you guys saw that. That was quite the glove from Josh Monreal. An unreal glove from Josh Monreal. I said it. You can throw fish at me later. I don't know why it'd be fish. It's weird. But you're the one doing it, not me. So what's the problem? Monreal with a shot and tipped. It looked like that thing changed direction and beat Boyles. That is number 7 for the Legion. We'll see what the officials say officially in just an official moment. He's walking over here to tell us. Look at that smug look. 48 from 63 is what they said. That's Josh Monreal with the goal, assisted by Zach Schaefer. I'm not sure if that was tipped or not. They didn't say. I don't know. The Legion, specifically Monreal, bringing it in, goes offside. So that'll be a stop. And we'll bring the face-off to this dot/square right here. Now a dot is usually round, and a square is a square. However, a pixel is a square, but they call it a dot. Huh. Interesting, eh? Interesting. Or not really at all, as Fisher lobs it over in front of us to Campbell. Campbell sends it ahead to Zach Schaefer. Walks it in, makes some moves, takes a shot. That's high over the net, hits the glass. Comes back out, and at the dot, in the circle, shot was taken, went wide. Campbell's going to pick it up in the corner. Making moves, battling the feet, and rolls right to Boyles. He slams that blocker down on it. Gets the whistle with 5:58 left in the third here. Campbell with it, off the face-off, lobs one at the net. Boyles with a good block. And another attempt. Not sure who that one was by. I think it was by Schaefer. Anyway, it ended up under the foot of Boyles. He got another stop. That's another whistle. 5:50 left in period 3. As it ends up in the bench, I'm looking right at it. And it's going to stay there. And we're going to do another face-off yet again. Campbell with it again. Throws one at the net. Right into the glove of Boyles. And that's another stop. And another face-off. All in the same spot. Back to Campbell. This time, passed across. And Hagel couldn't keep it in. Back to get it. Pressured by Brendan Paul. Hagel makes a move, comes around, gets it out, walking forward. This one goes wide, comes up the boards. Almost taken out, but not completely. Or not out. As Hagel sends it down and off the boards. Shot attempted, did not go through. Another shot attempted, goes right into the glove of Boyles. That shot attempted by Zach Schaefer, by the way, numero 63. Is it numero or numero? These are the questions that keep me up on that. I could just ask Google. But then I'd sleep easy. As a wrist shot from Max Egan goes high over the net. Gray has it along the boards. She gets it over to Saman. Tried to. Sliding play by Cameron Williams keeps that from happening. However, Saman bats at it. Comes over into the corner. Max Egan picks it up. Walks it forward. Finds some space. Wrist one to Saman. I don't think they were ready for it. A little miscommunication maybe. Anyway, no goal on that. And now Skoog with it. Hunter Skoog. One of the heroes. Let's send it across. That did not get past Joseph Dunn. And now Saman with it. Wrist one goes wide. Ray's going to pick it up off the boards. Throw it down behind the net. Max Egan with it. Cycles it back to Garay. And running in with a little bit of a wrister was Joseph Dunn. A little bit of a slapper. And that beat Voiles. And that gave the Legion number 8 on the board. 10 from 57 and 13 to say. Joseph Dome with the goal. Achilles Saman with the first assist, and Alex Garay with the second assist. 3:31 left in the third period. Score is 8-2. That's a 6-goal differential. That means clock continues running. Here's Sadler now for the Legion. Walking in, finding space. Shot goes wide, picked up along the boards by Amera. Up at the point is Monreal. He has a little spinny backhand move. Not sure he needed to do that, but he did. And now the Legion keep it in. Amera behind the net, battling. Sadler for the Legion. He's battling, I believe that's Cameron Williams. Yes, it is. And now Hunter Scoob. He gets it. Takes it out of the zone. Almost goes offside. Does not. Someone's got some real squeaky footwear going on. That was insane. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Wow. Anyway, as Fisher keeps it in, sends it down low. This one to the center, goes up and ends up in the near corner. Goodwin sends it up. Monreal keeps it in for the Legion. Throws one at the net. Looking for a redirect in front of the net. Amera did not get it. Ends up over on the board. Sadler picks it up. Ends up behind the net. Primera will grab it. Lobs one. Bouncing ball. Continuing attempt. Primera gets it back in the corner. Takes a sharp angle shot. Goes up the side of the net. Ends up behind the net. Where Sadler will pick it up. Minute 40 left. Wrist shot attempt blocked by Scoob. He grabs it. Lobs it to himself. Puts on some jets. Sliding play. And Skoog and Monreal both go down. No call on the play. They let him continue. And Williams now. Backhand attempt by Skoog off the side of the net. Solomon just dives out and gets that glove down. We're just over a minute left in our third period. Because our clock is continuing to run. It is now exactly 1 minute remaining in our third period. And off the face-off shot attempt goes wide, running around to get the rebound up the backboard. Another shot attempt went wide. That was Scoob. And then Goodwin with a nice little pass attempt did not get through. Comes out, picked up by Marshall. For Legion, now with some space, walking in, box the circle, finds the slot, takes the shot. And good block by Voiles. And picked up in the corner. Right into the slot. A shot attempt from Schaefer goes wide. They'll try it again. Ends up in the far corner. Hagel picks it up. Finds some space, walking in, almost top of the circle. Shot attempt blocked. Comes out, another shot attempt blocked. That shot coming from Corey Cambry. And then right in the crease, they were trying, did not succeed. It goes back over into the far corner, and now Hagel right to him. He takes the shot.